Hi, this is Christina, and this is my very first Periscope. I wanted to talk a little bit about the concept of waiting because I have been waiting to birth my child. He is past his due date. This is my second baby, and I'll show you a little baby bump here. There he is, all snuggled. And I wanted to talk about waiting because I feel like that's a concept that is something that it's important to know how to do well throughout our whole life, whether it's, you're single and you're waiting to get married, you're waiting to meet that right person, you're waiting to discover if the relationship that you're in is gonna be lasting, a committed relationship, or if it's not, and then you get married and maybe you start trying to have kids and you're waiting to conceive. Then you conceive and you're pregnant, and then you wait to have your baby. And so I am 40 weeks and 5 days. Or you're waiting for a job, or you're waiting for different things in life. And I think that if waiting is something that we can learn how to do well, then we'll be a lot better off in life. And so I had a few thoughts about what it means to wait well. And I've been learning it through this process of trying to wait for the birth of the baby. And one thing is that waiting can be a very fruitful and productive time. My husband and I were saying that this past month that we have been waiting for the baby to be born has been one of our most productive times ever, because we're thinking at any minute I could go into labor and then we're not going to be able to do all these things that we can get done now. So I literally got through 7 pages of to-do lists and even my extra credit list. My husband's done all the most important things, and you really prioritize what's most important when you know that your time is limited. So if you're waiting and you're kind of upset about how long something is taking, maybe a good way to focus that energy is to focus on what you can do and what is within your control, instead of focusing on what is outside of your control. So that's something that I'm learning a lot. I can try different ways to naturally induce labor, and I am taking those measures to try to naturally induce labor. However, it hasn't caused the baby to be born yet. So I do trust God's timing. I know that He has our days, the number of our days written, and He knows when our birthday is, our death day, and everything in between. And so I know that He knows when He wants this child to be born. And so I'm going to do my part to help things along, but I'm not going to be just stuck on how much I want it to happen. And I am trying to think about all these things that I get to do right now with a lot more ease than bringing around a newborn child. So for any of you parents out there who have ever given birth and gone through the newborn stage, you know that it is not easy to live your just day-to-day life with a newborn, because it's pretty demanding, especially in those first 2 weeks. So I'm savoring my sleep every night. I'm enjoying the fact that I can go to the mall with my toddler and my in-laws and walk around and not have to stop to nurse every, hour and a half or two. And instead they can give her, my toddler, snacks just as easily as I can. Granted, I'm excited to nurse my newborn, and I know that there are a lot of beautiful things about it. However, I'm reminding myself that I'm thankful I don't have to deal with blowouts right now, like diaper blowouts and 2 a.m. feedings and just any sort of colickiness right now. So I don't know if that's helpful to you to think about, oh, these are all challenges when this new thing comes, but really savoring what you do have in the season prior to that next stage happening. So what I'm trying to say is doing things that you can do within your control while the season still exists, that it's optimum for you to take action on those things. For example, I literally went through and organized both closets of the newborn and the toddler, and all the clothes, like put away stuff that's too small, and just got everything ready so that I didn't have to do that for a while for my toddler. And I went through and tried to get my business ready so that I could be a little bit dormant for the next month. And I tried to, make freezer meals and things like that, things to work ahead. Just like when you leave for a vacation, you try to work ahead so that when you come back, you're not so behind from being gone. So anyway, I just want to encourage you to really consider a season of waiting as a blessing and as an opportunity to get ready in the most proactive way. Okay, hope that's helpful. Bye.